About 7 months ago, I made this video talking about how rushing was a controversial topic within Clash of Clans and how it was generally frowned upon. However, everything is different now and rushing is more widely accepted. This is due to many different reasons, with one of the main ones being the addition of Town Hall 16, and today we'll just be going over all of this to see how rushing suddenly became a lot more popular and widely accepted, so let's get right into it. Let's start by going over what rushing really even is in Clash of Clans. When you play the game, you start at Town Hall level 1 and the goal is to just keep on upgrading your Town Hall. Each time you upgrade it, you unlock new buildings, troops, and features. Normally, players upgrade everything they can before moving to the next Town Hall level. This means maxing out all their defenses, troops, heroes, and walls before upgrading the Town Hall. This is called maxing your base and is how most people really played the game and how the game was designed to be played. However, when you rush, you upgrade your Town Hall as fast as possible, even if other things in your village aren't fully upgraded yet. For example, a rusher might upgrade to Town Hall 10 while still having defenses and troops at levels meant for Town Hall 8 or 9. And that is really just one of the least extreme examples. As you can see, Town Hall 16 bases with level 2 defenses nowadays. And for the longest time, this was generally frowned upon since it wasn't seen as a proper way to play the game and it just seemed improper. The only time it was accepted was if you were rushing a base in order to donate troops to all your clanmates, since that would be useful for things like war. Over time, however, people's opinions about rushing have changed. In the early days of Clash of Clans, it was seen as a really bad thing like I just mentioned. But as the game got bigger and more complicated, some players started to see benefits in rushing. Some players even developed strategies for smart rushing. This means rushing in a planned way and focusing on upgrading the most important things while still moving up Town Hall levels quickly. This was something gaining popularity, however rushing as a whole still wasn't exactly too popular until Town Hall 16 finally came about. This update added a lot of new things to the game that changed how people would play, with the main thing being the ores and hero equipment, along with the reworking of the hero and power potions. These would be really key things that would shift people's perception on rushing, so let's take a closer look at them, starting with the ores and hero equipment. Ores were a new resource that you could use to upgrade the brand new hero equipment, and as we all know today, the hero equipment is a massive part of the game. It has made the heroes just so much stronger and so much more important, and that is massive when it comes to rushing and is why the ores are so important. And the biggest bottleneck for upgrading equipment really is with the ore, which is where rushing comes into play. In general, you get more ore the higher level Town Hall you are. This is the most prevalent in Clan Wars because there are certain ore amounts you receive based on Town Hall levels, and therefore being a higher Town Hall should mean you get put with higher level Town Halls in war, and that just means more ore for you. And then the second main way to get ores is through your star bonus. This is based off of what league you are in and isn't directly about your Town Hall. However, having a higher Town Hall will make it easier for you to get into higher leagues. This is because the main thing you need is offensive power in order to gain trophies, and the defense doesn't matter too much. If you can just get Town Hall 15 and unlock Root Riders, then you are pretty much set to just be able to climb up leagues really quickly and get to something like Titan to just get a lot more ore. And getting more ore is good because it lets you upgrade your hero equipment faster. This can make your heroes stronger, which just helps in the attacks. Strong heroes can make a big difference in battles, especially in Clan Wars and Clan War leagues. However, it's important to remember that having strong heroes doesn't always make up for having weak defenses if you're rushed. This is mainly a problem in clans that are super serious about war. However, if you join a more casual clan or a clan focused on getting ore, then you'll probably meet a ton of other people rushing. Next, let's look at how power potions have changed since they are pretty important in this as well. Power potions are magic items that make your troops and spells stronger for a short period of time. Before the update, power potions would make your troops and spells as strong as they could be for your laboratory level, but now they make your troops and spells as strong as they can be for your Town Hall level. This change is really good for players who rush because they could have low level troops but use the potion to just max out for a few attacks or just during something important like war, and it basically just gets rid of all the negatives when it comes to rushing. The downside is that power potions only last for a short time. so rush players might struggle when they don't have potions to use. However, that may not be a big problem depending on your goals. Hero potions have also changed with the Town Hall 16 update, with them getting reworked. Now they make your heroes and pets as strong as they can be for your Town Hall level, and you can see how this is similar to the Power Potion rework. And it also has a lot of the same benefits as the Power Potion, so I'm not going to bother going over it again. The last big change is the new player boost. When you upgrade your Town Hall, you get a special boost for 5 days. During this time, your heroes and troops are at the max level for your new Town Hall, your resource collectors work twice as fast, and your troops train twice as fast as well. This is really good for rushed players because they can basically enjoy a max base for a little bit, and it just gives them an incentive to keep on upgrading Town Hall levels because of this really nice boost. It basically just temporarily reduces the pains that a lot of rush players have when rushing their Town Halls, and that is just really good, and in a way, you can say that Supercell is promoting rushing by doing this. But the main obvious downside is that this boost only lasts for 5 days. So now that we've looked at how Town Hall 16 changed the game, let's talk about why some people think rushing is a good idea now. One of the main advantages of rushing to Town Hall 16 is the faster access to high-level troops and structures. By quickly upgrading to the highest Town Hall level, you can immediately unlock all the troops and buildings available in the game. This rapid advancement allows players to start working on a bunch of different upgrades, and it means they can focus on the important things right away and also not waste resources. Rushing also offers considerable benefits in clan war leagues. Having a higher Town Hall level can be a significant advantage in this competitive aspect of the game. The matchmaking isn't the greatest over there, and people with higher Town Halls and better offensive power are the ones that really end up winning. Another argument in favor of rushing is the more efficient use of resources and magic items. When players rush, they can quickly focus their resources on upgrading the most important parts. This focused approach often results in getting more value from magic items like power potions and hero potions. Additionally, the new player boost provides a significant advantage each time a player upgrades their Town Hall, further incentivizing the rushing strategy. Rushing can also lead to quicker overall progression in the game. By reaching the highest levels faster, players can start working on maxing out their base sooner than those who take a more traditional approach. This accelerated timeline means earlier access to all features of the game, allowing rushed players to experience everything Clash of Clans has to offer in a shorter period. Lastly, rushing can be particularly beneficial for free-to-play players. It can help them compete more effectively with players who spend money on the game by allowing them to focus their limited resources on the most important upgrades. The new features introduced at Town Hall 16 just help the case for rushing even more, and now that we have gone through a lot of reasons as for why rushing is good, we also need to see why it may still be bad. Rushing often means potentially missing out on valuable learning experiences. By skipping through Town Hall levels quickly, players might not fully grasp how to use different troops and strategies effectively at each stage of the game. This can make you less skilled, you'll lack the depth of knowledge and experience that comes from playing the game normally and fully experiencing the new troops and defenses you unlock. However, there are quite a lot of people who have played the game a bunch and are just rushing their second or third account or something, so in that case this doesn't apply. Social aspects of the game can also be negatively impacted by rushing. There are many clans that are hesitant to accept rushed players. This is normally in war-focused clans where rushers bring down the clan in war. As a result, rushed players might miss out on the fun from these clans, and it will prevent them from joining any serious clans. And honestly, it really does seem like the biggest downside to rushing is simply the fact that it makes clan wars less serious. Plus, it also makes bases less aesthetically pleasing, and it takes away from the feeling of maxing out your base, since you're not going to achieve that for a long time with a rushed base. However, it really is just a long-term strategy, and you should be prepared for it if you decide to rush. So far, we have gone through how Town Hall 16 made rushing so much better, as well as a lot of the good and bad things about rushing, but we haven't really talked about all the different types of rushing, and I think that is really important to talk about since rushing doesn't have to be super extreme. The main type of rushing we really have talked about is just going extreme and getting to the top town hall as fast as possible. However, this is just too much for some people, and there are definitely many other options available, which is also what makes rushing so much more popular now. The main type of rushing I see and what I prefer is just going up 2 to 3 town halls at a time. This way you can rush and you have the freedom to upgrade whatever you want, and it is still very efficient, but it also gives you a much closer end goal, and you can basically work towards maxing that town hall before going to rush again. This is like a nice incremental rushing strategy, and it works for people who don't want to be way too rushed but still enjoy many of the benefits. And another type of rushing is just focusing on specific upgrades. For example, you would focus on only upgrading your heroes and troops, and you would wait until the most important ones are maxed out before going to the next town hall. This can be a good way to just set goals and to break down rushing into something way more manageable, and you can really just rush in whatever way you want, but those were the main ones that I thought I would mention. So overall, we've talked about how the Town Hall 16 update has changed rushing in Clash of Clans. We've seen that the ore system, changes to potions, and the new player boost have made rushing more appealing to many players. The addition of Town Hall 16 has given rushers new advantages like quicker access to powerful troops and buildings, and the ability to compete better in clan war leagues. The change to magic items have also made it easier for rush players to perform well in attacks, even if their troops and heroes aren't fully upgraded. However, rushing still has its downsides. It can leave your base weak, and rush players might struggle in regular clan wars and could have trouble finding good clans to join. The learning experience of mastering each town hall level is also something that rushers might miss out on. It's important to remember that there's no one right way to play Clash of Clans. The game is designed to be enjoyable for all types of players, whether they prefer to max out each level or rush to the top. Whether you decide to rush or not depends on how you like to play the game. Remember, the most important thing is to have fun while playing. Whether you rush to Town Hall 16 or take your time maxing each level, make sure you're enjoying the game. In the end, it doesn't really matter what others think. Right now, rushing seems quite popular and it seems like a trend. However, in a few months, that could all just change. The most important part is just having fun, since that is what this game is about. But that's also it for this video. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments below. But anyways, I'll see you all next time.